as one. So now once we got, then he is now moving forward as one who sets his sail towards mystery shores. See, here you have got shoreless strands and you have got mystery shores. Almost immediately following that, mystery shores. In a trance which is limitless, which is boundless, boundless, he is now moving to mystery. Now it is not mysterious shores, it is mystery. The whole thing has become a kind of mystery. It is not mysterious shores, it is mystery shores. They have become a mystery. How do they become? How do they translate mystery?
He didn't translate like this.
No.
He translate, I think it's not correct. He put the shore of the mystery.
Oh no. No.
Usually he do like this.
Mystery shore. See, he has created a new adjective, mystery. He is not saying mysterious. He is not showing shores of mystery. The whole situation has made them mysterious. They have become therefore mystery. Driven to huge ocean with the breath of God. Well, if you have to cross the huge oceans, such huge oceans, then they can be crossed only by the breath of God, not by any other wind. It has to be the breath of God itself to push you forward on the ocean. You see. Huge oceans. He says again, oceans, plural, shores, plural, shore after shore, ocean after ocean. He is driven, he is pushed forward, forward, forward by the breath of God. His sail, his boat, or whatever you call it, is moving from ocean to ocean. The fathomless below, the unknown around, his soul abandoned, the blind, starfing space. Now, from the ocean, the image is to space. Here, these two lines, it's the image of a voyager sail. Here is a movement in the space, in the sky. The fathomless below, see, he says fathomless below the night, in night also. The unknown around, his soul abandoned, the blind, star-free, blind because it is night, star-free. He left them behind as he is moving forward, afar from all that made the measured world, all that make the measured world. You have got dimensions, you have got sizes, length, breadth, width, whatever you want to call them, that is the measured world. Measure comes by mind. Mind is a measurer. Mind is a measurer. So all the extensions are measured by mind. So apart from all that makes measured world, apart, far beyond the reach of mind, where mind is making compartments, divisions, measures. Afar from all that made measured world, plunging to hidden eternities, it withdrew back from mind. You see, he makes it clear. Back from mind's foaming surface to the warm, voiceless within us in omniscient sleep. Now, plunging to hidden eternity, it withdrew. What is that it? His soul. His soul. His soul abandoned the blind star field, it withdrew. It left behind the worlds which are measured by mind. Plunging to hidden eternities, it withdrew back from mind's foaming surface to this vast. He is making it clearer. Voiceless within us. Now, those vast are voiceless within us, but those vast are in omniscient sleep, voiceless within us. Vast of every kind, of truth, beauty, love, joy, everything. Those vast. Vast is a plural, you see. Back from mind's foaming surface to the warm, voiceless within us in omniscience. Within us, they are there, but we are not aware of it. They are asleep. Omniscient sleep. They know everything, but they are asleep. Now, omniscient sleep is the prajna consciousness. Prajna consciousness. In the Upanishad, we have got 4 stages: Jagrata, Swapna, Prajna, and Turiya. Jagrata, that is a waking consciousness, as we are. Surface consciousness. Swapna, that is deep within. Swapna. You see not on the surface, but inward. Swapna. Then comes Turiya. Then comes Prajna. Sleep. Sushupti. Sleep. Where you have true knowledge. And beyond that is the Turiya, the transcendental consciousness, you see. Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti or Prajna. And then Turiya. So they are there actually. In fact, if you remember, in Savitri Yoga, when she starts her yoga, the very first thing that happens to her, a dream disclosed to her the cosmic consciousness. A dream disclosed to her. She has entered directly from Jagrata into Swapna. Book 7, Canto 2. Pardon?
You can remember every page.
Well, 117.1. 117.1. 117.1. A dream disclosed to her the cosmic past. That is how Savitri Yoga begins. She was in the Jagrata, the outward waking consciousness, worrying, what is going to happen to me tomorrow? My husband is going to die. And she has no clue at all. She is helpless. She is waiting for some help, but help is not coming. So she is in a puzzled state. Not knowing. But then a voice from above touches her brows and enters into her. And with that, she is told, remember why you have come. Savitri, you remember why you have come here. For what purpose you have come. Awake to yourself. Find out your soul. Then kind of a prescription is given to her. Do this, do this, do this, do this. And Savitri sets straight away on that path. And the first thing which she does is, she experiences a dream disclosed to her the cosmic past. The entire evolutionary past now is standing in front of her. Starting from the creation out of the void till this particular stage, the whole panorama is now in front of her. She is serving the entire thing. Not only that, she also sees the future. Yes, this is what happened. The past has come to this point, it is now here, it has to move forward. What is going to happen tomorrow, that is also disclosed to her. The dream, he said. And Savitri sits herself on that. So it is that which is the next stage, second stage. After Jagrata comes Swapna, that is dream disclosed to her the cosmic past. Beyond that is Prajna, the omniscient sleep, Sushupti. Sushupti, the word Sushupti and sleep are the same. And beyond that, beyond all this, is the Turiya, the pure transcendental knowledge, consciousness. Voiceless within us in omniscient sleep. Above the imperfect reach of word and thought. Well, imperfect reach of word and thought, that is what we are, you see. Our language, our expression, our mind-measured things, they are imperfect. So above the imperfect reach of word and thought, beyond the sight, the last support of form, lost in deep tracts of superconscient light, lost in deep tracts of superconscient light, supramental light itself, or voyaging in blank, featureless nothingness, soul in the trackless, incommensurable, or past not self and selflessness, transgressing the dream shores of conscious mind, he reached at last his sempiternal base. That is the long voyage he is carrying on. In few lines he has described the entire travel of Ashwapati, and he is reaching the sempiternal base. Now there are a few things here. About the imperfect reach and word and thought, well, we can understand reach of word and thought, because you have already said earlier, measure, you see. Beyond the sight, the last support of form. So, the form is defined by sight. It is the sight in a sense which is supporting the form. Sight which is support. Beyond the sight, the last support of form. In other words, how do you know the formless? How do you see the formless? This sight is not sufficient for that. You just know it, that's all. The form has a beauty, the formless also has a beauty. How do you see the beauty of the formless? Not by this sight. Not by this sight. Because this sight is in the context of word and thought. This sight in the context of word and thought. Actually, all the 5 sense organs of ours, sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch, 5 organs, they are essentially the senses of mind. They are essentially the senses of mind. So sight is a part of the mind, and therefore it comes in the category of word and thought, but it is that which supports the form, gives it control, measure. Yes, you see? Lost in deep tracts of superconscient light, etc. Now, there is a little problem about this line. Beyond the sight, the last support of form. In the revised edition, they have something different. In the revised edition, what we have is beyond the sight that seeks support of form. That seeks support of form. Beyond the sight, see here we have got beyond the sight, comma, the last support of form, means sight is the support of form. It's a kind of a clarification, sight. But here beyond the sight that seeks the support of form, means it is the form which is supporting the sight. In this case it is the sight which is recognizing the form. In the revised edition they got beyond the sight that seeks support of form. Now there is a very peculiar kind of a justification given by them. by these people. Peculiar, not uncommon with the revised edition. I will say, not unusual. The justification is like this, let me read it. Penultimate manuscript in Sri Aurobindo's own handwriting. Last but one manuscript. What we have here is beyond sight that seeks support of form. In Sri Aurobindo's own handwriting, it is beyond sight that seeks support of form. It is to this that they are reverting. Now, but this is the last but one. In the final manuscript, you have got beyond sight that seeks support from form. Support of form from form. That is also again in Sri Aurobindo's own handwriting. Support from form. Sight that seeks support from form. Then revised by dictation. This line, revised by dictation, means Nirodharan's handwriting. Beyond sight, revised by dictation. Beyond sight, the last support of form. By dictation, he has made it last support of form. When the manuscript was revised, which had accidentally placed that, might have prompted Sri Aurobindo to find an adjective to modify support. A comma after sight was printed in 1947. When the fascicles came out, when this canto was published in the ashram journals, then all the proofs used to go to Sri Aurobindo. So the line was, in those manuscripts, this was the line without the comma. Beyond the sight, the last support of form, that comma was inserted in 1947. Obviously, that comma cannot come without Sri Aurobindo dictating it. Nobody is going to put it by himself. Impossible. So, in other words, although Sri Aurobindo had written in the beginning that seeks support of form, his final authoritative version of the line is beyond the sight, the last support of form. He has put a seal on him by dictating a comma there. He is fully attentive to it, what is hearing that. So I would say that, it is an unfortunate revision that they are going back to the first manuscript. In the manuscript itself, they have made changes from form, of form. You see, we have seen that thing also. Beyond the sight, the last support of form. And it's such a beautiful line, so powerful occult-wise. In this manner, in this form, beyond the sight, the last support of form is occultly packed, fully charmed, lost in deep tracts of superconscient light, or voyaging in blank, featureless nothingness, so in the trackless, incommensurable, or past not self and selflessness. Not self, the total unknowable, you can't call it self, not self, nothing. Past not self and selflessness, transgressing the dream shore, again beyond all those swapna oceans of conscious mind, he reached at last his sempiternal base. His voyage is coming now to his permanent base.